Stephen A. Smith and Jalen Rose. And Stephen A., I heard you say styles make fights. What's that mean specifically to what you saw in this game?
Well, it just means that the Boston Celtics were bigger, they were stronger, and they knew it. And as a result, they didn't panic when Steph Curry exploded for 6 threes and 21 points in the first quarter because they knew they'd be able to contain him, which they ultimately did over the last 3 quarters, holding him to 13 points. But in the end, when you're able to neutralize Klay Thompson and make Jordan Poole have an absolutely awful offensive game, the bottom line is you can end up walking away with game 1, stealing home court advantage, and putting the Golden State Warriors on their heels.
So I'll piggyback off the fight theme, Stephen, and I like it very much. There's a different discipline in a street fight versus when you boxing. Steph Curry came out throwing haymakers and put his team on his back in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, as you mentioned, the Boston Celtics just shut his water off, and they started throwing body blows to get back in the game. And they were actually winning going into the half. And then all of a sudden, the third quarter Warriors showed up, and they outscored the Celtics by 14. That's a 20-point turnaround. And what did we talk about going into this game? We questioned if the Boston Celtics could not only play well in the fourth quarter consistently against a team like the Warriors, but close the deal. And then they waxed the Golden State Warriors. We're here. This building was quiet. You know that was the biggest differential in the Steve Kerr era in the fourth quarter. And I'm talking about including the 2 teams that didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, 40-16. Golden State outscored, Boston outscored Golden State in the fourth quarter. 9 threes. Golden State only made 7 field goals. So put that into perspective. And again, there was no stopping Jaylen Brown. I know that Al Horford had more points, but Jaylen Brown was doing what he wanted to do in pivotal moments offensively. Klay Thompson and others seemed ill-equipped to stop him.
It's one dirty secret, Neil.
What is
the
it?
bigs for the Warriors gotta score points. Gotta score points. Draymond and Looney, if they're not a factor offensively, Al Horford get the rest on the interior, try to grab rebounds, and then he has fresh legs in the fourth quarter to actually play offense.
Okay, I'll keep the fight theme going. You guys both had 7-game knockouts for Golden State. How does this change any of that?
Well, I'm nervous as hell. Does that answer your question? I picked Golden State in 7 games. I'm nervous as hell. Obviously, the Golden State Warriors could still come back, win game 2, and then steal 1 in Boston and make this that seesaw kind of battle that I anticipated. But nevertheless, you've got to have the legs. We're up in the stage, we're up in the booth with Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson says, look at the Golden State Warriors. At the end of the first quarter, he said everybody's got their hands on their hips. They look absolutely exhausted. So look at what Jalen said. They got body blows, and they didn't seem to be able to handle it. They came out storming in the third quarter, but couldn't maintain their efficiency because they didn't appear to have the stamina to keep up with the young thoroughbreds on the Boston Celtics. So I'm nervous as hell.
To you guys' point, and Neil, yes, like Stephen A., I'm still picking the Golden State Warriors to win this series in 7. And you know, being around so many playoff series, after one team wins, it seems like it's doom and gloom for the squad that loses. I anticipate the Golden State Warriors respond in game 2.
I'm still nervous as hell. I'm still nervous as hell.
Stephen A., Jalen, see you fellas Sunday.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.